Sharp Game here, coming at you with another video from ChooseYourRelationships.com off of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. And the question of the day is, why does so many black males struggle with dating, and why do I think so many black males are frustrated about dating and relationships? Oh man, that's a good damn question. Why do I think so many black males are frustrated? Well, man, if you're talking about the average black male, man, it's a combination of things, man. This shit starts early for us. Early. I'm talking like fucking when you're a teenager, this shit starts. You know, because you have to understand, as a black male living in the United States of America, or any Western country, but I'm gonna just talk about living in the USA. Living in the United States of America as a black male, the deck is stacked against you anyway. That's the first thing you have to realize, because the laws are biased. All the public policies that are being passed in this country, since I can remember, none has benefited us as a people in American society. When they pass laws, the only group of people that it benefits are Caucasians and foreigners. So, you know, it starts with public policies, and then from there, it starts in school with us. You know, there's so much we have to overcome. A lot of black males that I talk to, they feel like that we don't matter in society, that we're invisible. Even in the workplace, it's like this. You go to work. Well, even before you go to work. Let's say you finish high school, you go to college. They tell you, hey, if you take this 2 or 4 year degree, whichever one, you'll be much more qualified, or you be able to compete, because that's what I was told when I was growing up. If I have a degree, I'll be much better off competing within the workforce. You do that, you go to apply for these jobs. After a couple of years go by, you figure it out that that's a lie. And then most black males that I know end up working in a field that don't have anything to do with their degree, and most of them end up changing careers or changing jobs 3 to 5 times within a 15 to 20 year span. And then a lot of us, we're not stable in a way that we would like to be. The way we're living our life out here is not really the way we would like. Now, some of us, I know a lot of black males are living pretty well, but if you really ask most black males, did things go along? Did your plans come along as you would expect? I think the majority of them would say no, because we have to make a lot of adjustments, and we have to be very flexible. And then on top of so that's just the financial aspect of the game. Now let's get into the social aspect of the game. Now socially, every time you turn on the television, or every time you see black males within the mainstream media, it's always in a bad light. It's always the bottom of the barrel type shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though, there's no absolutes when it comes to any group of people. But if you really pay attention, they never show any other groups of males in society like they show us. And see, other groups of males in other groups of people, as far as races and nationalities, they are allowed to do certain things through public policy and laws that we can't. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of double standards going on in society as well. See, one person can do this, and it's amazing, it's cool and all this shit. And then when somebody like me, or somebody that look like me, or try to do the same shit or say the same shit, all of a sudden it's a problem. All of a sudden you're being investigated. All of a sudden you got tax problems. All of a sudden you're being arrested. All of a sudden you're being followed. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden you got legal problems. You know, this is the type of shit that happens a lot. And then you got a lot of the women, a lot of the black women, you know, they it's not everybody, not all black women, but there's a certain sector of black women in society where they'll take, you can pay them basically to say and do almost anything. And they pretty much how should I say this? They pretty much will say, they say a lot of the same things that a lot of people in the dominant society want to say, but they can't say it. So what they'll do is they pay other groups of non-white people to say the shit that they want to say. That way, you know, they won't be sued, or they won't be liable. You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of this shit has to do with why a lot of black males feel like they don't matter in society. See, they'll say, okay, we're all Americans, you know, we're all together, but they'll bait and switch. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you got a lot of black males, you know, they feel like, you know, a lot of them got married early, and then a lot of them are divorced, and a lot of them feel like, you know, they kind of feel sorry for themselves. A lot of black males that I talk to, you know, that got divorced, they feel sorry for themselves. They feel like everybody's against them, you know, and the jobs that they work, they don't feel appreciated, because a lot of them work their ass off, and when it's time to get promoted, or when it's time for you, you know, to get evaluated, your supervisor or manager tell you that you don't deserve it. And then you look at these other clowns that you work around, they're not even doing half of what you're doing, but at the same time, you don't deserve it. And that makes a lot of black males feel bad. That makes a lot of black males feel like, God damn, what I gotta do? I mean, what, am I ever gonna get a break? You know what I'm saying? And then you have a lot of black women will say, well, the reason why I don't talk to black males because, you know, they don't have a job, they don't have a business, they don't have a car, they don't have a house, you know, they don't have this, they don't have that. And then you got some black males that have all that have all of that and some, compared to what a lot of black women see. A lot of black women will date out. Not all, but there's some that will date out. They'll date a white guy, and they'll have the same checklist as I just said: house, car, job, career, bank account, and everything, right? And they still, and then the black women still won't get in them time of the day. So a lot of guys say, well, it ain't about what's on your checklist. It's more about you than anything else, because I just told you I got a nice career, job, car, house, business, investments. I own 3 properties. I got all that shit. And she still won't give you the time of the day. So this is why a lot of black males are frustrated, because if it doesn't matter what they do or how much they do, or how much they strive to set themselves up to win, some of these guys feel like they still can't win. They still can't get a break. They still can't get the girls they want. They still can't live the life they want. This is why a lot of black males are frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Because there's just too many obstacles that we have to overcome. Even if you were born and your family was well off, there's still gonna be some shit you have to overcome. The shit that we have to overcome in this country, people that come over here are not gonna have to deal with any of that shit. White folks are not gonna have to deal with any of that shit. White folks can't even relate to none of the shit that we go through. If you take the poorest white person that you know and compare him to a black male that's from the country, from a country town like Myrtle Beach or Columbia, the white guy is still gonna be better off than the average black male. There's certain things that being a black male in American society or non-white person in American society, there's a lot of things you just cannot get away with because of public policy and the laws and the double standards that's running wild in this country. And then if you turn on your television, you got white guys that's basically saying anything they want now. You know what I'm saying? They're basically not even hiding anything anymore. So that makes a lot of black males frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Because what has happened is a lot of black males have bought into the status quo. And, you know, they thought that was the best way to go. That's why they went to college. You know, because at some point, as a black male, everyone has to make a decision, just as I did. At some point, either you're gonna go the status quo route, or you're gonna go against the grain. So, you know, I tried the status quo route. That didn't work out for me. So I went against the grain, and I can say that going against the grain so far is much better. I'm much better off than going against the grain because I have my peace of mind and I know who I am, and I don't have to sacrifice or lose myself in order to accomplish what I want. So that's just my opinion. You know, you might disagree with this, but that's been my experience based on the people that I know and my travels around this country and around the world. So if you want to hear more about what I'm talking about today, I created an environment called a Players Club, a private environment where I can talk about what I want to talk about without being censored by YouTube. If you want to get into that, click the link below, and every month you're going to get 1 to 2 videos from me directly to your email inbox. So if you want to get in on that, click the link below. So if you like what you heard, subscribe to my channel. Check out my blog, chooseyourrelationships.com. Until next time, Sharp Game is out. Peace.